Zion Williamson first hit the national spotlight after pulling off a 360 dunk in a high school game as a 16-year-old that went viral on SportsCenter. Since then, Zion has built up his legendary status, emerging from Spartanburg, South Carolina as one of the best high school prospects since LeBron James. While the 6'7" forward is still growing in his game in his second NBA season, his list of accomplishments seems to be growing faster. Having already secured a record-breaking shoe deal and becoming an all-star at age 20, it's become evidently clear that Zion is no ordinary player. Let's take a look at his lifestyle and background off the court to get a better idea of who this 20-year-old phenom truly is. Net worth and endorsements. Zion busted the bank wide open prior to even stepping foot on an NBA court. After a legendary high school career and a dominating freshman season at Duke, it became clear that a bidding war for Zion's services was likely to ensue. After declaring for the draft, Jordan Brand, Puma, and Adidas were seen as frontrunners for his services, each attempting to outbid one another. While Puma reportedly offered Zion up to $20 million per year to be the face of their brand, Zion ultimately turned down other offers and signed with Jordan Brand. The deal was set at 5 years and $75 million, a rookie shoe deal record in terms of annual salary. Only LeBron had a larger contract with roughly $90 million over 7 years. Throw in his 4-year and $40 million rookie scale contract, and Zion's certain to be set for life already, and is yet to sign his first major contract extension. All in all, he has a reported net worth of roughly $8 million currently, although it's sure to skyrocket in the near future. His personal life. Zion Williamson was born in Salisbury, North Carolina on July 6, 2000 to his parents Sharonda Sampson and Lateef Williamson. His parents named him after Mount Zion, which is a biblical reference to the highest point in ancient Jerusalem. Zion's parents were both collegiate athletes. His dad was a defensive lineman at North Carolina State University, while his mom was a sprinter at Livingstone College. Zion's parents split up when he was 5 years old, and his mom eventually remarried Lee Anderson, a former point guard for Clemson University. Zion also has a half-brother, Noah, who looks up to him greatly as both a role model and a big brother. At the age of 5, Zion told his parents that he was going to be a college basketball star and set his sights on the NBA. He was so talented at such a young age that he even played with the 9-year-olds on the AAU circuit as a 5-year-old. Growing up, Zion played soccer and football to go along with basketball, eventually choosing to focus on basketball prior to his teen years. By the time he was 9 years old, Zion was waking up at 5 a.m. to train every day. Initially, his stepfather trained him as a point guard due to Zion's lack of height, which is the position that he played mostly until entering high school. After attending middle school in Marion, South Carolina, Zion moved on to Spartanburg High School in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Zion grew 6 inches between his 8th and 9th grade seasons, standing at 6'3" when he entered the high school ranks. Zion became a much more explosive athlete as well, dunking with ease while averaging nearly 25 points and 10 rebounds per game as a freshman. He gained over 100 pounds from his freshman to junior season, which largely contributes to his massive 285-pound frame today. From this point, Zion only got better, averaging nearly 37 points and 12 rebounds in both his junior and senior seasons, while practically putting on in-game dunk contests each night. While Zion often has the spotlight on him, he's a humble guy who can be relatively quiet as well. Being a 20-year-old rookie on the biggest stage can certainly be intimidating. However, Zion seems to have a good head on his shoulders. How Zion spends his money. As mentioned above, Zion's not one to show off his wealth with egregious purchases. In fact, the first thing that Zion did after signing his rookie contract is buy his brother a $40,000 customized Jeep Wrangler. He went to DreamWorks Motorsports, a place many famous athletes go to get their cars customized, and made some custom modifications to fit his brother's liking. Along with that, Zion bought a home in New Orleans, but not just any house. He purchased the $900,000 home from former NBA center Greg Monroe. The 5-bedroom, 5.5-bathroom home is located on a country club property and overlooks a golf course outside of the city. Williamson said it was the perfect home to get settled into, as it even has a Batman mural on the wall in one of the rooms. In addition to his New Orleans home, Zion also owns a home in Florence, South Carolina, a place he lived for several years prior to moving to Spartanburg. Clearly, Zion values his roots and wants to make his home state his secondary residence to New Orleans. Along with the Jeep Wrangler that he bought for his brother, Zion owns 2 white Mercedes AMGs. This was part of a sponsorship deal with Mercedes, where he was given a 2021 Mercedes AMG G63 and a 2021 Mercedes AMG GT 4-door coupe. Both of these cars value over $160,000 each, so clearly Zion is valued highly in the Mercedes family. Williamson also owns a 2021 Ford Raptor that has customized LED lights, tires, and red embroidery on the interior, compliments of DreamWorks Motorsports. He also highly values his GMC Yukon Denali, which was given to him as his first car in high school. Other than that, Zion gets most of his other accessories from his endorsement deals with Gatorade, Panini USA, and Jordan Brand, to name a few. Zion's wholesome lifestyle. As mentioned above, Zion lives a relatively simple lifestyle that's been afforded to him through savvy endorsement deals and tempered spending habits. Zion's a very giving individual, as he recently donated money to Smoothie King Center employees who lost their wages due to the pandemic. When asked about one thing fans might be surprised to know about him, he stated, "I'm a cool dude. You don't have to be scared. You don't have to be intimidated to approach me. You can come talk to me like I'm Adam, Joe, a random person. You don't have to be intimidated." Zion's also very invested in the New Orleans community, pointing it out as the best part of playing for the Pelicans. The community. The community is very loving, very welcoming. If you love it, it'll love you right back. They always have a very positive vibe about them. I don't think there's been a negative day here since I stepped foot in New Orleans. Many coaches across the league have gushed about Zion's character and humble nature despite being in the national spotlight since the age of 16. Former Pelicans coach Alvin Gentry had some kind words to describe the young man, stating, "It's an honor to have the opportunity to coach a player like Zion, and not just from the standpoint of his ability, but the character he has. When you start to try to turn a franchise into a consistent winner, you've got to have the talent, but you have to have people with the character he has. Adding him into the mix, along with people like Drew Holiday, I think we're well on our way to doing that. He's a tremendous guy, and he's all about the team." Zion has always pointed out how the team comes first, despite the individual accolades that he's earned over the years. It certainly seems like New Orleans is a great fit for someone as humble and down-to-earth as him. As for relationships, Zion was in a 2-year relationship with his former high school girlfriend, Tiana White. However, the two split up after Zion was drafted to New Orleans due to their long-distance relationship. Currently, the Pelican star is single and enjoying life as a young NBA star. Will Zion deliver a championship to the Big Easy, or will he have to go elsewhere to do so? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Interesting facts. Prior to entering high school, Zion played one summer on an AAU basketball team with current NBA guard Ja Morant. The two played on a local team called the SC Hornets, throwing lobs to one another and tearing up the local circuit. However, after one season, Zion decided to move on to the Adidas National Circuit, while Ja stayed behind to play with the Hornets. Another interesting fact about Zion is that he was recruited to play tight end at Louisiana State University, receiving a scholarship offer at the age of 16, despite not playing football at that time. He almost certainly would have received multiple high-level scholarship offers had he chosen the football route. However, he showed little interest in football during those years. While Zion was highly recruited in multiple sports in high school, he was also highly desired during his Duke days as well. During the 2019 NCAA tournament, CBS created a Zion Cam, which provided viewers with constant access to the Duke star throughout the tournament. Never before had something like this been done, adding to the hype surrounding the 6'7" phenom. Ever wondered how valuable Zion is to Nike Inc.? Back in 2019, during a nationally televised matchup between North Carolina and Duke, Zion drove to the paint against the UNC defender. As he planted his foot, he busted through his left shoe, suffering an injury as a result. While Zion avoided a major catastrophe with his injury, Nike was not so fortunate. After this incident, Nike stock dropped by over $1.12 billion. Fortunately for Nike, this has not happened since, and Zion is happily signed to a long-term shoe deal with Jordan. Despite his preference to use his left hand, Zion is actually ambidextrous, a scary sight for opponents. To add on to that, Zion had a book written about his journey and childhood that was published in 2019 by Carter Jackson. It outlines how Zion became the hyper-explosive athlete and cultural icon he is today, all while staying humbled and on the right path. Clearly, he's had a wild ride to where he is today, and he's only getting started. Which fact about Zion surprised you the most? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below, and don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more NBA content.